I don't know if I remember how to do this correctly. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Gang Freak. I'm back in the building. No hurricane get me. I can't lose because I'm feeling too crispy. Feeling stir fry. Feeling like chilies. I ain't cold because I'm heating like Wendy. 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 I don't know why I didn't post this on. Did I post this on announcements? Did it come up? Actually, did my live streams on YouTube come up on? Oh no, does it come up on going live? I'm sorry. Those are all the Twitch ones. Those are all the Twitch ones. Oh. 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 Mm-hmm. 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 Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. Let me chill out. What's up, Typesat? What's up, Boom? How you doing? This is mainly a mixture of a couple of things. This is meant to be kind of a recap of the last 3 weeks of my life, and just kind of seeing how the internet's gonna hold. Because even though it's back up, it's only been a couple of days, but I feel bad because I realistically couldn't get you guys any content for like 3 weeks, dog. 3 weeks, I felt bad, especially considering the holidays are coming up and it's gonna get busy. I was like, this is not the time for any of this. But I hope you guys have at least been enjoying the shorts I've been putting out. I had another one I was editing, and then I got distracted on Saturday and things didn't come out. But that's still in the middle of it. Of course, you're driving. Life's a win. Play the game. I appreciate the support, people. It's been a minute. I apologize. Mother Nature has been crazy, dog. Mother Nature has been crazy. So like I said before, this is supposed to be two things. One, kind of a recap to let you guys know how it has been and what's been going on for those who weren't keeping up with me on the Discord. And then on top of everything else, I'm going to just see how the internet is, because although they got the internet back up, they are still repairing lines in my neighborhood. Don't get it twisted. My road is up, but if you go down the street, people are still struggling. So I want to just kind of talk, and you guys let me know how the stream is, how the quality is. Also, my coworker today bought me this, so we're going to try this on camera because I've never had it before. So why not? I feel like it doesn't hurt to experiment. I don't know how clear that's coming up. It's essentially like a Goku Black thing. Mother Nature is a fickle mistress, as they say. Exactly. But hey, Donnie. Hey, Apex. Hey, Studio. Hey, Typesat. Hey, Orion. Hey, Boom. Hey, Sad. So we're going to try to go through things and just talk about it. I'm going to try this real quick. It is a ocean bomb that is Dragon Ball inspired. So it has Goku Black on it. So if it tastes like ass, I know why. Dang, that's going to get me demonetized. No. Oh, God. We're going to do it anyway. So we're going to try this first. Oh, this feels like it's going to blow up on me. Decompression is always important. They drew Goku. I never had this. A coworker bought this for me. She said she got it from a Korean shop. I guess it's supposed to be a juice. It's sparkling water. Oh, God. Is this sparkling water? Oh, no. Let's get it. Let's see. Not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all, actually. Fun fact, I actually have I think it's is it Zamasu? Zamasu, I think I have Zamasu And the other, she bought me 2 cans. It's this one and then Zamasu. Not bad. It's called Ocean Bomb. Not bad. I low-key would have. I might, if I was being weird enough, I'd keep the cans to give to Tyrone. But I don't think Tyrone. I think Tyrone would just want the drink, so we're not gonna worry about it. So let's talk about it. I think it's been 3 weeks going in. This would have been the 4th week. It's Sparkling Zero. Ah! It's been Sparkling Zero. It's been a wonderful time, ladies and gentlemen. So let me explain. I think the last thing that happened before I lost my internet and my power and a good chunk of my power poles across the city, I think it was like the 27th or 26th of September, and they were like, oh, it's heading in your area because it was supposed to go to Atlanta, but it didn't go to Atlanta, and all Atlanta had was some freaking flooding. I know this because once it hit over here, and we were like almost a week into this, people were going to Atlanta to hide out in hotels while they wait for things to get fixed because people are cowards. But that's besides the point. I'm being petty. So, essentially what happened is we were told that night that, hey, you might get some stuff. Why is my mother texting me if I'm in? Other interruptions never stopped. Actually, my mother is actually important to this part of the story. So I went to sleep that night. They canceled school for that Friday, and I went to sleep that night. And I was like, this is going to be inconvenient, but it shouldn't be anything too crazy. We usually get storms, but it's nothing ever devastating. If anything, it's the school system gets overly paranoid and it works out because we get a day off. That's how we thought this was going to go, and that we would probably get some storm, but nothing like detrimental or justifying and closing the school for. No, that was absolutely not the case. They were absolutely justified in closing school, which is why the kids, that was the 27th or 28th, and the kids didn't go back to school until the 16th. So needless to say, they were absolutely justified in closing school. So I went to sleep that night thinking I might lose power, I might lose internet, and it would last at the most a couple hours, maybe a day at the most. And I slept. So here's the thing. I slept soundly almost the whole time until I got a call / text from my mother. My mother goes, "Are you okay? Get in the tub," because apparently my mother heard that getting into a tub or the bathroom is like the safest place to be during a hurricane. Get in the tub. I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? Needless, when I woke up fully to pick up that phone call, and then I said, I'm fine, and hung up the phone. Whoo! That's all you could hear, dog. Whoo! So I was angry at my mother for one simple reason. It is literally the type of noise you cannot go back to sleep to. You can't even pretend like you don't hear it. That's the kind of whoo you were getting, okay? It was ridiculous. When I tell you that she called me at 5 o'clock in the morning with that, and I did not go back to sleep that day until like that evening. That noise was like I thought my roof was coming off, dog. It was absurd, because I want to just understand something, you guys. We have had storms before. We have never, ever. There are people who live in this city who've been here since like the 1920s and 30s, have never in their life experienced nothing like this. This was different. This was absolutely different. And the noise was red. Whoo! Wah! Huh! What are you even good for? Absolutely nothing. All right, let me chill out. The noise was absurd, for lack of a better term. Just a bunch of loud wind and trees falling. And I promise you, them trees were falling. If you were on Discord, I think I posted a couple pictures. But essentially, that noise was like Wow, it was ridiculous. And that lasted until I think about 10. 10. It chilled out around like 8 or 9, but 10 o'clock it was dissipated. And then all we could do was walk outside our homes and look at the damage. And my God, the damage was astounding. There are certain areas in my city that still look like absolute trash. I need you to understand, we are 3 weeks removed from it, and it's still, nothing looks the same. Minus all the trees that have fallen and slumped over and become hazards in themselves. But the point I'm making is, this is pure danger zone we are living in right now. And it's horrifying. And I walked out my front door, and across the street, there was a tree on my neighbor's house. Now, I have seen trees from videos and streams get picked up by a wind and thrown. I have never in my life seen that in person, to see a tree just go, whew, and I'm just like, oh no. And I want you to understand something. I am very, 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 very fortunate for a multitude of reasons. First thing is, nothing hit this house. This house was not hit. The roof was redone and it held out well. So the money was a sound investment. I'm very happy with the money that was spent on the roof, because the roof has like no damages on it. So let's go give it up for the roofers. Let's get it. So I looked out and I saw the tree just on my neighbor, just like, just tipped over. And then I looked down the street. Now I can't look all the way down my street because my street curves. But like around that curve, you just see a tree like this. And then you see a light post like that. And I'm like, oh, this was different. This was really different. Now, mind you, the power is off. There is no lights. I have nothing. No internet, obviously. No electricity in this just at all, right? I walk out into the backyard, which should have been the first place I went. Because when I opened my door, four trees. Ooh. My backyard was like I would say my backyard was like this. Half of this backyard was just tree. Just trees laying on top of each other. I couldn't even see my neighbor's house. I'm just trees. And I'm like, oh, I said, how close did this get to my house? I looked over, the roof of my house and the tree that landed were like that. Like the inches was astounding. And thank you, Sora-san, I appreciate it. And I'm like, no. And then I looked over and went, oh, where's my shed at? The shed was gone. The shed was gone. Now, granted, like I said, and here's the crazy part. My sister, I want to say, not even probably a couple months ago, I think it was like a month ago, was like, I have this washer and dryer, but the apartment is supplying their washer and dryer, so can I leave my washer and dryer in your shed? Obviously, the answer is no, but because I'm the older sibling and I'm the boy, I don't get a say in matters such as these. I'm like, sure, put it in the shed. Good luck for her. It was in the other shed. The shed right next to it, standing tall as hell. It's the older shed. That's the kicker. It's the older shed on cinder blocks, while the new shed was on like a cinder, like a cement block, like a whole block of cement, and it was crushed. And I'm sitting there looking like, oh, this was bad. And even at that point in time, I didn't understand how bad it was. I said, okay, so some areas got dog walked. I think for the first couple days, I thought it was just like 1 or 2 poles, some trees here or there. No. When I finally got a chance to go around the tree and walk down my neighborhood, trees are down everywhere. Telephone poles and power poles are just cracked. Some of them are flipped over. Man, I'm seeing whole mailboxes out of the ground like some sort of geyser. I'm seeing and here's the crazy thing: these trees that are like flipped out, the roots are tiny. I'm like, what was keeping you in the ground? No wonder you tipped over. And then the carnage, roof smash, roof smash. So one of the trees went straight through the house. Like, if you wanted some division in your life, whoo, you got it. That house just has to be demoed now. There's no way to save it. Apparently the guys were like, it would cost more to try to fix it than it would be just to demo it and build a new one. And I'm like, oh no. Spoiler, no roofer has started, let alone contractor, fixing these homes. So if you go down my street right now, there are still homes with little tarps over the holes in the roof. And some people have just abandoned their house because there's just so much damage. There's one house that has like 6 or 7 holes in it, and there's just nothing you can really do in a timely fashion. I want you to understand something. I've been gone for 3 weeks. I haven't had electricity for at least a week. A week, maybe a week and a half, because I didn't get it back. So I got it back Sunday. What was that? What Sunday was that? It wasn't last week. I got it back probably the 7th. Well, Sunday night. So the 6th going into the 7th. That was when I got electricity back. Now, granted, my mom got it back, I think, like that Saturday. So I just kind of hung at her house. Like, I'm going to just be real with you. I was at her house for like 2 or 3 nights in a row. And some people were like, would you stream? Or like, why don't you stream from your mom's place? I'm like, because there's nothing. This isn't here. None of my setup is at my mom's place. I was sleeping on a mattress on the floor because my mom didn't have any more beds. I took my bed with me. My sister took her bed with me. So I'm just on a mattress on the floor. But my mom had T-Mobile internet and her power was on. I spent a night at my sister's place because my sister's power came back on, I want to say Thursday or Friday. And I didn't sleep over there, but she let me hang over there. She didn't have internet. It was rough. And I'm not even talking about the struggle that was getting gas. We haven't gotten to the mad dash of human society at the brink of destruction, low key. Even though realistically, it was bad for us, but considering some of the carnage I've seen in other cities and states and countries, it wasn't that bad. But it's pretty bad for us because none of us were prepared for it. Because like I said before, this never happens. This never happens. We never have gone through anything like this. And our infrastructure wasn't prepared. Okay? That ain't bad at all, actually. Whew. But the point I'm making is, with all that being stated, that like I didn't even leave my house for the first couple of days, bro. The work line, we were calling each other on the work phone, trying to figure out how everyone was at. They're relegating like damages in different areas. Apparently, like where I was at was the worst area that got hit, which is why I said I'm extremely lucky because I'm in the area where it got hit the worst, and my house wasn't touched for the most part. So I'm extremely lucky. But here comes the insurance companies. Man, I ain't never had to deal with this before. Dealing with insurance, dealing with like FEMA, just the whole 9 yards of just trying to get, and you can't really clean nothing up because, you know, if you wanted to cut the tree apart, guess what? You need gas. Well, let me tell you, when I tell you we had gas lines for days, it was absurd. If you went and tried to get gas that first couple days, you were in line for gas for at least 3 to 5 hours. And if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm not. You were sitting in the line of Sam's, BP, Shell, Kroger, Walmart. The gas stations were either not on, some of them just weren't cut on, and others were you just waited 5, 6 hours. My sister was panicking for gas for like 2 or 3 days. And I'm like, you gonna have to get up early for it. My sister got up at 6 and still didn't get gas until 12. She was in line with her son for 6 hours trying to get gas. Them first couple days were absolute trash. Like, to the highest degree. The highest, just absolute trash. I didn't want to leave my house. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. There's no power. There's no internet. There's no AC. Which, man, that was the worst. I haven't slept like that since I was a child. I haven't done that since I was like 13 or 12, when I was in like a apartment that had no AC. I'm sitting there laying in my bed. The same house I live in became an area I absolutely started to loathe because I had no power and no internet. Mainly power. The power, I'll be real with you, the one thing I've learned through this experience, give me power over give me internet, okay? If I have power, I can deal with no internet. I found that out for these last 2 weeks. I can deal with no internet, but no power is rough. The AC hurt like crazy. Sitting there tossing and turning. It's 7 o'clock. I can't go to sleep because it's too early, because I don't normally go to sleep until like 10 to 12. I'm just rolling in the bed in the heat. I'm opening up the front door periodically, looking at stuff. We'll say the stars look nice. The stars look really nice. We're all in the dark. I think this is the most social I've been with my neighbors because we all had nothing to do. Some of us I've seen people were just walking. People were just walking around the city. Just walking to various places because there wasn't. The other thing is you didn't really want to drive anywhere because there's trees in the road. And of course they got to get the trees out the road because they can't fix the power lines until the trees are out the road. So I'm like, it was just, them first couple, like that first weekend was just bad. And then that's when we got the comment saying, oh, it wouldn't be until about the 5th or 6th for the power to come back on. And I'm like, yo, now granted, we had a lot of influx of like power companies from Virginia, Tennessee, South Carolina, Texas. We had people coming, and which is why I give them. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Anime Boy Sean. I appreciate it. We had a bunch of people coming and subscribing. Wow, it messed me up. It messed me up. We had a bunch of people coming to help fix the power lines and move the trees, and some of that, and then the tree companies were coming in pretty quick. I think the tree companies were coming in as early as that week started. So like October 1st, October 2nd, you just seeing tree companies. I have a deck. I could duel you right now with tree company cards because they were coming in droves to come make that money. No offense. I mean, get your hustle. I'm not mad at you. And I'm just like, yo, this is a lot. Because it was a lot. I had no power. I'm hot. I can't do anything. I can't charge my phone. I'm sitting there using my phone as my phone to charge using my car to charge my phone in my car charger. It was a miserable experience. Me and my mom are coordinating days of which gas station to try to hit at what time. I tried to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to catch Sam's gas, and there was still a line going out into the highway. I'm like, God, this is terrible. The good news is, and Lowe's got cleaned out. You know I gotta join my, hey, what's up, Lenses? It was rough, and I think Apex, you also live in Georgia, so I don't know how bad it was for you. But, what else? Oh, so Lowe's was getting cleared out. Lowe's was getting cleared out for gas cans, generators, like just like lawn equipment. You're probably not that too far, so I know. Yeah, you're in Florida. You guys had Milton. Hey, Lightning. We got some heavy rain, but that was it. Well, good for you, Apex. I'm glad you got the rain. We were going through it, dog. We were going. There are certain parts of Georgia that were just getting absolutely dog walked, and everyone's in Atlanta Talking about we got a little bit of a flood. Fuck you, Atlanta. Like respectfully, but disrespectfully, fuck you, Atlanta. So Lowe's was like, here we go. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So my mother and me were like, we should probably try to get a generator because we don't know how long this is going to last. This is before we knew they even Georgia Power wasn't even giving us a consistent date of like when the electricity was coming back. Some days they said the 5th, then they said the 6th. Then I heard some people say the 11th. And I'm like, bro, we're getting like halfway into freaking October and we ain't got no power. Well, yeah, because y'all are used to it. Meanwhile, Mint and Doki are doing a 3D concert on December 14th in Atlanta. Fuck Atlanta. Also, hi, TSS. It's so weird to see your YouTube thing, TSS. Even though you use it, it's just, it's weird because I'm not used to seeing it. But, so, what was it? So my mom and me were like, we need to get a generator. And I was like, well, I haven't gotten gas yet. Now, I already had, I want to say, a little bit over half of a tank before this all started. So I was in a better position than my sister. This is around the time my sister was waiting at Sam's for like 5 hours to get gas. And she got it, so I'm not mad at her. And then my mom went to go get the generator from Lowe's, and I'm trying to get gas. My gas struggles were unsuccessful. I had to wait until like 8 o'clock at night where my mom got extremely lucky and saw a gas station and then called me. I had to run in my car and just go foo and just go down there and get gas. And I still waited like 30 minutes, but that was like better than 5 hours. So it is what it is. Actually, it was probably more like an hour. I'm lying. It was probably like an hour. These same gas stations. The funny thing is, if for those of you who like, I know TSS didn't have to deal with it, but I know for like Tyrone or Dean or Nessa or Polly, when they were here, it's the gas station right at the turn that we would go to their hotel. So some of them would know the gas station I waited almost an hour at because that's just how bad the power situation was. So we got gas, and then my mom got the generator, and my sister got her gas and came over to see me. And I was like, what are you about to do? And she's like, well, I have a baby. And what she did, her son is 4 years old. So like, I understand she can deal with these unfavorable circumstances, but you don't want to put a baby through that. So she's like, I might go to Columbia. And I'm like, that's a lot. And she's like, yeah, but I have a baby. And I'm like, I guess I get it, but good God, bro. No, that NES Classic is back when they first came out. But thank you for noticing. Bro, we didn't have generators. We were lucky we were on the police station power grid. Jesus Christ. The luck is immaculate. I know that much. But so she was like, can you hold some of my stuff in case, looters are coming? Because people were getting kind of crazy. Starting to siphon gas from other people, threatening people at gas stations. People weren't even bringing their cars to gas stations anymore. They were just getting gas cans from Lowe's. That's where all the gas cans are going, folks. And just walking up the pumps. And there's been some, and it wasn't like fights were breaking. It wasn't like riots, but it was rough because if you were smart, you wouldn't go to certain areas. And it felt like I had the worst position of a lot of people because a lot of people either had family members who had power that they were staying with or had some sort of just like they had somewhere they could go. Like I know one of my coworkers' mom didn't lose power or internet and they were just over there chilling. No, they didn't lose power, but they still didn't have internet. He was over there most of the time. And I was like, good for you, buddy. I'm so glad for you. I'm not. I hate you, but that's irrelevant, okay? The point is, things are tough. Also, hey, Blandrew. It's crazy because Blandrew, this is literally the first time this has ever happened. The first time it's happened in probably like a century, okay? because nothing ever hits us. The most we get is like rain and some stormy weather, but nothing like this. This has just been a whole. It's been a whole other experience. I'm not coming to New York because I can't afford New York. I'm gonna be real with you, Lightning. So what was it? My sister left her PS5 over here. Spoiler, it's still over here. I actually hooked it up last night just to see if it would update. And she got the digital one, so it's just sitting in my house. But I'm like, you have a whole baby. I don't know when you have time to get on the PS5 or whatever, bro. But that's irrelevant. So she went to Columbia. My mom got a generator, and then I had the fun task of hooking up the generator and figuring out how it worked and getting the oil and the gasoline, which, spoiler, is also around the time where it's still really hard to get gasoline. So not only do I have to get gasoline to fill up my car, I now also have to get gasoline for the generator. Some of you go, well, why don't you get the propane tank? Because propane doesn't last as long. It lasts like a couple hours, whereas the generator lasted like a good 5 to 8 hours consistently. It was actually a good piece of hardware. People just didn't want to spend $1,000. And then Lowe's was on some devious shit. Lowe's was like, you can't return the generator. I'm like, bruh, what are you talking about? They literally put up a sign and posted, like, what was it, like a week or two? I think it was like 2 weeks ago, telling people you cannot return the generators because they knew what people would do. They use the generator for the crisis, and then they'd be returning them in droves. And so Lowe's was like, you can't return generators. And people who know better did not care. The people who didn't know better now own a generator. But some of those people were like, nah, bro, I'm getting rid of the generator. And I just found people took some extreme measures to get rid of their generator. That's all I'm going to say as far as that's concerned. But so we got the generator. I had to go through some process, but we got gas consistently. This is also where Verizon decided to shit the bed. Y'all don't understand what I've been doing these last few weeks. I've just been on the phone with various companies trying to get discounts for the fuckery I've been going through with various companies. Now, my internet isn't really their fault because, like, you understand why some of this stuff is happening because of Storm. But I'm also like, you're not about to charge me full price for anything considering Storm, okay? Not doing it. So, had to call Fiber AT&T. You ain't charging me, bro. Not that much. And AT&T was very respectful. I give them a lot of credit. They put in the work. I'm fine with that service. I shout out to AT&T. Verizon is so close to eating a dick, it's ridiculous, okay? Trash reception for like almost a week of that 3 weeks. I couldn't call anybody. And then what made it worse is that even when I could call people, I had to leave my house. I had to go to the Lowe's like 30 miles away to just get a reception to make calls. And it was mainly off of their Wi-Fi. And I'm just like, fun fact though, I forgot to mention, most restaurants were closed, but there were a couple of unique situations I find hilarious. Waffle House has generators, and Waffle House got paid. When I tell you Waffle House was out here and the line was down the street, yo, Waffle House got paid, bro. Yeah, Joshua, I heard about North Carolina. I'm so sorry, bro. I feel it. I feel you, bro. Because we didn't have it for any. It was mainly about a week and a half for me. I think it was the worst it got. And I know there are still some people here who have just gotten it or are about to get it. So I understand the struggle. I'm not gonna act like I don't get it, but I know you guys had it way worse. I saw some of y'all people in North Cali was struggling, bro. But Waffle House was open, and then we have a what is it called? A Del Rey's, which is a Mexican spot. Motherfucker was out there with a food truck. I'm like, yo, they getting these bands. Also, what's up, Midnight Lord? I'm just recounting my struggle. 3 weeks, going on almost a month. It's been almost a month. That's what trips me out. It's been almost a month. That's the crazy part. It's been almost a month since I've done any of this stuff, guys. It's crazy. What else? So hooked up the generator, but the generator, unfortunately, because it wasn't strong enough, can only power a couple things. So the main thing I was focusing on was the fridge and charging my phones and devices. Fun fact, my internet actually was working during it being out, during the power being out. Until one night a tree truck came and knocked out my wire on the pole. So, that was infuriating, but that was also how I was editing those shorts. Some of you guys were probably like, how's he putting up shorts if he ain't got any internet? That's because I was able to power my internet setup. Not the whole thing, I lost the monitor, but I was able to power the majority of this setup with the generator. And since the internet wasn't out yet, I could get away with some stuff. And then that tree truck came and knocked out a wire, and I just kind of crashed out. I was like, great. But I could still edit. So I edited some shorts, and that's how you got the content. I still wanted to put something out for you guys, even if I couldn't do as much as I wanted to. And it kind of bummed me out because I was so frustrated because I couldn't do Persona, I couldn't do Astral Chain, I couldn't do... What else was I playing? Was it just those 2 games? It might just be those 2 games. But I just felt bad. Or even if Polly wanted to do Pokemon, we couldn't do that because I wasn't available. So it was frustrating on that sense. But I hope you guys at least enjoy the shorts. I'm going to still try to do those consistently. But yeah, it was a lot. So I'm trying to think if that was all the major things. So yeah, I had to go get gas consistently for the generators. And as people in different areas got their power back, the easier it was to get gas and other necessities. You couldn't pay with card in a lot of places. You had to have cash and had to hope your ATM was open or your bank so you could go get cash. It's a fun process. Once again, I hate it. I absolutely hate it, but it was a thing. And I remember that first week, them days just felt like they were floating. I felt like I was floating because it was between the heat from the hot nights and the sweaty nights and no power and trying to entertain myself in the dark. It was rough. And then once my phone stopped working, I couldn't even get on Discord on my phone. And it was a lot. And I'm not out here looking for sympathy because like I said, this wasn't the worst it's ever been. There are plenty of other situations that were absolutely terrible. But man, I haven't done this since I was a kid. And I'm mad at those who were cowards and ran off to Atlanta because I had no power. Fuck you. You're a grown ass adult. You tell me you couldn't handle no power? This shit sucked, but I could deal with it. It was okay. Being disconnected from the internet was okay. To a degree. What I did was that I would go to Lowe's, get on the Wi-Fi, download some videos, and then go back to my house and watch those videos that night. I was literally plotting to do things, and that's why I was using the generator to edit videos. I had nothing to do. None of my family had power. So my mom didn't have power, my sister didn't have power, I didn't have power. My sister got it first, spent a night over there, then my mom got it, spent 2 nights over there, two or 3 nights over there, and then I finally got it. And I still didn't have internet. And I was like, I'm the last one to get internet in my family. My mom had it almost immediately. My sister had it 3 or 4 days later. And I'm just like, man. Yeah, I saw Midnight Lord. I saw some of the leaks. I didn't see all of them, but I saw some. Like I said, the night sky was beautiful, though. I really liked how the night sky happened. It's some pokey leaks about some stories that put Typhlosion in some compromising positions. What else? So after that week and the power came back on, I didn't go back to work until when did I go back to work? I went back to work on the 10th. Yeah, I went back to work on the 10th, which was a weird experience because a lot of schools were either no power, no internet, or just flat out damaged. And that was a whole little saga. But the weirdest thing was just the insurance conversation was a lot. Talking to insurance, getting the financial backing, getting quotes. How much is it to remove these trees? How much is it to fix the gate? How much is it to replace the shed? How much is your deductible? How much money can I get for food and supplies that possibly were wasted? Can I get reimbursed for all the gas money I spent to cover the generator? Da 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 da. It just kept coming. And once the power was back on, I felt a little bit better about everything. When the power came back on, for the most part, I could deal with the no internet. I just had I just felt better with at least having the AC on and having some sense of light in my house feeling like a normal house. Because I promise you, no matter who you are, when your home is dark and no power and it feels lifeless, you feel like you're a zombie in the middle of a cemetery, and it's weird. The vibe is weird, the mood is weird. You just feel weird in that situation. And that's really all I can say as far as that's concerned. Um, and then I felt bad because I couldn't join. I couldn't do Juices Loose. I couldn't stream. I couldn't even post content. Dyma came out. Sparking Zero came out. What was it? Don came out. I'm just missing all sorts of content. Can't even make. I couldn't even do a lot of long form stuff because some days I was just shot. My mentally, the stuff is rough when you can't do what you want to do. And I felt bad because I couldn't give you guys the content. And I don't know if you really had decent substitutions. I know about the One Piece hiatus. Actually, my next short is about that hiatus. I meant to get it out last weekend and I couldn't. So I'm gonna try to get it out by this weekend. But I guess that's the general gist. I've been working to get the trees out of my backyard, and then I can talk about fixing the shed, and then I can talk about fixing the gate and all that. So that's gonna be a process. My neighborhood is still pretty in shambles for a lot of this damage, and I don't expect all that to be fixed, but we're trying. Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to get up. Hey man, it's been a rough couple weeks, but we're still here. They thought they took us down, but we're still here. Yeah. All right, let me chill out. So I don't feel like life for me is gonna be completely back to normal until probably until all this is cleaned up. My front yard just has a bunch of trees, a bunch of cut up trees in it right now. They've just been they're just trying to get the trees out of people's yards. People were coming together just to cut trees down because there was nothing else to do. You're either wandering the area, meeting new neighbors and people, or what? Just like, good God. That's what they're speculating. They think they can get all these trees and everything cleaned up by the end of the year. So I'm thinking the end of the year is what they're thinking. So we'll run with that. These next few months are going to be weird because we're essentially into holiday stuff at this point. We're in holiday mode. Like realistically, Halloween is next week. Then you have Veterans Day, and at the end of that next month you have Thanksgiving, and then you go right into Christmas month, which is about 2 to 3 weeks of actual work, and then another 2 weeks off for like Christmas and New Year's. These next 3 months are going to be it's really just 2 months, because like I said, this month is about done. This week will kill out the majority of October. And next week, I think we're in November 1st by the end of that week. And then the week after that leads into freaking Veterans Day, which a lot of people have off. So, yeah, I feel bad about Halloween. Halloween is getting trashed over here. And I felt bad because I was going to try to go through the effort of like doing decorations and doing trick-or-treating. And I'm curious how people are even going to treat it, considering there are trees in the road. Like, we're not in the road. Let me rephrase that. There are trees all across the neighborhood. Like, even if they're cut up, they're still just in the way and like blocking traffic. So I don't know how we're handling Halloween this year. But it's gonna be an experience. I know that much. It's gonna be one heck of an experience. But yeah, as far as my situation though, for those of you who may or may not be curious, so I need the money. We all need the money. We all need the money, bro. I'm trying to get my finances up. You know how much money has been spent on tree cutting? People out here were charging up to 30 grand to cut trees down, dog. Like it's been a hustle. And then trying to get your insurance company to pay it. Oh! It's been a whole struggle. And then watch what'll happen. I'm gonna end the stream, and then they're gonna demonetize me, and I'm gonna just be like, "Yo, what are we doing?" So this stream is really not meant to be a news stream because I know there's a bunch of stuff I missed that you guys would want me to talk about. That will probably the goal for this week is a return to form. I'm trying to get back on the horse in a more traditional way. If I'm a little out of it, it's because how come? Because YouTube is my channel specifically, I curse a lot and they've never liked that, and I'm not good at hiding it some days, and I'm definitely not good after I haven't done it in like 3 weeks. But they demonetize because of content. They did not monetize because of what you say. It's just a struggle. But it's okay. It is what it is. I've accepted this is the grind, and if I got to put in the work. So that's what we're going to do. Luckily, the shorts game has been pretty good. I hope you guys have been enjoying that. I'm trying to find a consistent style and a way to edit shorts that takes me less than like a couple hours because I need to make that as quick of a process as I possibly can. So that's something to keep in mind. But what we're gonna try to do, it's all good, bro. It's all good, Six Lenses. It's all good. We're all functioning adults and we're dealing with life. I'm not tripping on it. So the goal is tomorrow is to get back in Astral Chain. All I need is some leniency from you guys because I haven't played these games in weeks for obvious reasons. Particularly because they're stream games, so I can't really play too much of them. But yeah, I'm gonna try to keep pushing shorts. So I hope you guys keep enjoying the shorts. If there's anything specific you guys want me to make shorts on, you can put it in the server, the Discord server. That's probably the easiest way I'll be able to watch and check for what you want. But I still have my own ideas, but just keep that in mind. But yeah, the goal is to kind of get back into the swing of things. So tomorrow at 8 o'clock, I should be doing Astral Chain for the 3-ish hours, depending on how I feel and how things are going. Thursday, nothing. Friday should be the normal us talking, and pretty much is going to be the update on news topics that I've missed. Okay. So for those who want me to talk about the leaks or game releases or company news, all that fun stuff, please. I don't know. I might make a new section on the server of like news you want me to talk about or topics you want me to discussion. Just I might do that and just be like, but for right now, put it in the news category of like, and then like hashtag it for like Friday news. Yeah, in the community chat. In the community chat, hashtag if you want me to talk about it is like Friday news. So yeah, that's what we'll do. And then we'll discuss various things. But the goal is Astral Chain tomorrow. Friday is the news catch up talk. And Saturday is back to Persona 3 Reload, Aegis, The Answer DLC continuation because it's been a minute and I owe you guys some content. I might even stream some gaming stuff on Thursday, depending on how I feel after Wednesday. But I got to get back into the habit of like going back to work normally, getting off, getting ready, and getting myself situated, and then getting back into streaming normally. It feels like something that shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'll tell you even now, I'm low-key exhausted. And it's weird because I normally go for like 2 hours. But that was the reason why I did this on a Tuesday where there wasn't any like planned streams. My idea here is just to get reaccustomed to like the streaming and like all of this because it's been a minute. Also to see if I had any internet issues, because I'd rather have an internet issue on essentially a BS stream than have internet issues on a got your club on a Tuesday. I see what you did there. I'd rather my stuff mess up on these kind of streams than to mess up on like a gaming stream where I'm trying to make progress. Um, and I hope you guys enjoy the shorts. Like I said, I'm very happy about the shorts. They've been doing well. I'm happy, so I'm gonna try to keep pushing them. The topics will be all over the place, and I'm gonna try to do different editing stuff in each short. So look forward to that. I think we just had the extension of how long shorts can be to like 3 minutes. So I think I'm gonna experiment with that and see how that goes. But yeah, and then obviously I need to work on main channel videos, and I haven't done that because no power, and I really should have recorded at least something, but it's been a minute. So yeah, so that is the schedule. Astral Chain, maybe something on Thursday, Friday catch up, Persona on Saturday. So yeah, yeah. And I think what I'm gonna do now is create a stream day that is mainly for redemption games. Essentially, what Astral Chain's spot is, that's gonna be my redemption streams. Make it a 3-hour stream on Friday since there was a lot of good shows that came out. I've only watched like a couple of them though. I've watched Dandadan's all three episodes of Dandadan, but I've watched like the first episode of Blue Box. I haven't watched a lot, and I still need to catch. Still need to finish Kimi no Todoke season 3. Heck, I still need to finish JoJo Part 6 anime edition. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. Life is a lot, bro. And we're about to. But luckily, I'm getting into the time where I'm gonna have more free time anyway. But that won't really kick in until about November. So yeah. Anywho, I think I'm gonna cut it here. Cut it short. Just wanted to do something quick and give you guys something. I'm gonna work on some shorts. And then I might do that on Thursday. Actually, you know what I just thought about? Would you guys want a stream of me working on shorts and just seeing my method and process? Is that something you would be interested in watching? Is me working on like shorts? Huh. I always come up with ideas in the middle of having conversations. Huh. We might do that. I don't know if that'll be Twitch though. It might be. Yeah. Wait, what's the question, Six Lenses? I'll let you ask the question, then I'll get out of here. What is the quick question, sir? I forgot that YouTube's lag is still trash, but it's okay. Also, I'm going to be pushing the hoodie, the Life's a Game hoodie, because we're getting into wintertime, and I love that hoodie. I still wear that. I wore that hoodie today, actually. So, for those who are getting chilly this year, pick up that Life's a Game hoodie. I don't know how I feel about it because I haven't played it. I haven't touched it. I don't even own it. Loki was going to buy it recently, but I couldn't find it in store on Xbox because of course I couldn't. If Donnie was here, he would laugh in my face going, Atlas games on Xbox easily findable. Teehee. Teehee. So, yeah. I haven't played it. I want to get it at some point. I need time. Give me time, please. Be lenient with me. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here in all seriousness, though. Thank you guys for watching. I know it's been a while, and I know it's been a lot, but just give me some leniency while I recover and get my stuff together and readjust. And yeah. I'll see you guys on Twitch tomorrow for the return of Astral Chain, which I believe we're in the last couple of chapters for too anyway. So that's what kind of makes me mad. I probably would have been known Astral Chain if I was able to stream those 3 weeks. I probably would have finished Astral Chain in like a couple more weeks. So yeah, that sucks. But it is what it is, what it is, what it do, cause I love my baby boo boo boo. Don't worry. It might have been a while, but I'm still crazy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Life's a game, play to win. And I will catch you guys later. Peace. Oh. Yo! I'm gonna smack my mic. Jesus Christ! I'm going right here.